1st January 2019. Morning Murli, Om Shanti. Bab Dada says, in essence, sweet children, here you are in exile. You children should have no interest in eating good food or wearing good clothes. Pay full attention to the study and to your character. Question: what is the way to remain constantly full of the jewels of knowledge? Answer: donation. The more jewels you donate to others, the more you will remain full. Sensible ones are those who listen and imbibe them and then donate them to others. If there is a hole in the apron of the intellect, they flow away and you aren't able to imbibe. Therefore, study with discipline. Remain distant from the 5 vices. Become Roop and Basant. Roop and Basant means become, the form, and the speaker. Om Shanti. The spiritual father explains to you spiritual children. The spiritual father speaks through the physical organs and the spiritual children listen through the physical organs. There is something new. No human being in the world can say this. You too explain this number-wise according to the effort you make. It is just as when a teacher teaches, the register of the students show everything. From their register, you can tell about their behavior and how they study. The main thing is the study and character. This is God's study, which no one else can teach. This is the knowledge of the Creator and the beginning, the middle and the end of the creation, of the world cycle. No human being in the whole world knows this. Even the ancient rishis and munis, who were such well-educated authorities, used to say that they did not know the Creator or the creation. The Father himself came and gave his own introduction. It is remembered that this is a forest of thrones, a forest who definitely catch fire. A forest would definitely catch fire. A garden of flowers never catches fire because a garden is green. The whole forest is dry. A green and luscious garden would never catch fire. A dry forest would quickly catch fire. This is the unlimited forest that caught fire, and the garden was also established. Your garden is being established in an incognito way. You know that we are becoming fragrant deities, the flowers of the garden. That is called heaven. Heaven is now being established. It is a wonder that no matter how much you explain to people, it doesn't sit in anyone's intellect. It will not sit in the intellect of those who do not belong to this religion. They listen through one ear and let it out through the other. There are so few people in Bharat in the golden and silver ages. Then there is so much growth in the copper and iron ages. There they have 1 or 2 children, whereas here there are 4 or 5 children. Therefore, there would be definitely growth. The people of Bharat are now called Hindus. In fact, they belong to the deity religion. None of those of other religions forgot their religion. It is the people of Bharat who have forgotten this. Look, there are so many human beings at this time. Not all of them could come here and take knowledge. Each one of you can understand your births. Though who have taken the full 84 births would definitely be the oldest devotees. You can understand how much devotion you have performed. If you have performed less devotion, you will take less knowledge and explain to fewer people. If you have performed a lot of devotion, you will take a lot of knowledge and explain knowledge to many others. If you don't take that much knowledge, you can't explain that much either. Therefore, you receive less fruit. There is an account. A child calculated how many births those of Islam will take and how many births Buddhists will take and send that to father. Buddha, too, was the founder of a religion. There wasn't anyone of the Buddhist religion before him. The Buddha's soul entered someone and established the Buddhist religion. An expansion then took place from that one. He too was a father of people, Prajapita. So much expansion took place from one. You have to become kings in the new world. Here you are in exile. You must not have any interest in anything. I want to wear good clothes. That too is body consciousness. Whatever you receive is fine. This world is going to last for a short time. If you wear good clothes here, that would be reduced there. You will automatically continue to have visions. You have to renounce that interest. As you children make further progress, you will automatically continue to have visions. You yourself will say, "This one is doing a lot of service. It is a wonder." He will definitely claim a higher number. Then you will continue to make others similar to yourself. Day by day, the garden will grow. However, many deities there are in the golden and silver ages. They are all sitting here in an incognito form, and they will later be revealed. You are now claiming an incognito status. You know that you are studying the land of death, and that you will receive your status in the land of immortality. Have you ever seen such a study? It is a wonder how you study in the old world and receive your status in the new world. The one who is teaching you is the one who inspires establishment of the land of immortality and the destruction of the land of death. This most auspicious confluence age of yours is very short. It is in this age that the Father comes to teach you. Your study begins as soon as he comes. This is why the Father says, "Write that the birthday of Shiva is also the birthday of the Gita." People don't know that one. They have mentioned Krishna's name. Now, someone should at least understand this mistake. So many eminent people come to visit the museum. It isn't that they know the Father, not at all. This is why Baba says, ask them to fill in a form so that you can tell whether they have learnt anything or not. Otherwise, what else would they do when they come here? It isn't the same as when they go to the sages, holy men and great souls. This one has the same ordinary form. Here, Baba is referring to Brahma Baba. There is no change in his costume. This is why no one is able to understand. They understand that he was a dweller. He was first a dweller of perishable jewels, and now he is a dweller of imperishable jewels. You are making a deal with the unlimited Father, who is the great businessman, magician, and jewel merchant. Therefore, each one of you should consider yourself to be Roop and Basant. We have jewels of knowledge in us worth hundreds of thousands. Through these jewels of knowledge, you become those with divine intellects. This too is something to understand. There are some good sensible children who imbibe these things. If someone is unable to imbibe, he is of no use. Consider that one to have a hole in his apron, through which everything flows away. The Father says, I give you the donation of the imperishable jewels of knowledge. If you continue to make donations, you will remain full. Otherwise, you don't have anything. You are empty. You don't study and you don't move along with discipline. The subjects here are very good. You have to move completely away from the 5 vices. The Father has explained that the celebration of Raksha Bandhan also refers to this time. However, people don't understand why Rakhi is tied. They continue to be impure and yet they still have a Rakhi tied. Previously, Brahmin priests used to tie the Rakhis. Now, sisters tie them on their brothers in exchange for a gift, generally, which is money. There is no question of purity there. They make very fashionable Rakhis. This Diwali and the Sheva, etc., are all festivals of the confluence age. The acts that the Father performed then continue on the path of devotion. The Father tells you the true Gita and makes you into Lakshmi and Narayan. You are now going to go into the first grade. After listening to the story of the true Narayan, you change from an ordinary man into a Narayan. You children now have to awaken the whole world. You need so much power of yoga. It is only with the power of yoga that you establish heaven every cycle. Establishment takes place with the power of yoga and destruction takes place through physical power. There are just 2 words, alpha and beta. You become the master of the world with the power of yoga. Your knowledge is completely incognito. You were Satopradhan and now have become Tamopradhan. You have to become Satopradhan once again. Everything definitely becomes old from new. What would there not be in the new world? There is nothing in the old world. It is like an empty box. Previously, Bharat was heaven and now Bharat is hell. There is a difference of day and night. They make effigies of Ravan and burn them, but they don't know the meaning of that. You understand what those people are doing? Yesterday, you too had ignorance, whereas today you have knowledge. Yesterday, you were in hell, and today you really are going in heaven. If you went to heaven now, hell would no longer remain. These matters have to be understood. This is a matter of just a second. Remember, the Father and your sins will be absolved. Continue to tell this to everyone. Tell them you were like them, Lakshmi and Narayan. And then, having taken 84 births, you have become that. Here, Baba is trying to tell that after taking 84 births, we had lost our qualities and had become wiseful. From Satopradhan, you've become Tamopradhan, is what Baba says next in the Murli. Once again, Baba continues to explain to you in many different ways. My battery never becomes old. Baba simply says, consider yourself to be a point, a soul. They say, this one soul has departed. Therefore, a soul sheds one body and takes another, according to his sanskars. Souls now have to go back home. This too is the drama. The world cycle continues to repeat. Now, at the end, they calculate the population and say, there are this many people in the world. Why do they not say, there are this many souls? The father says, children have forgotten me so much. I then have to come and benefit everyone, and this is why they call out to the father. You forgot the father, but the father doesn't forget you children. The father comes to make the impure ones pure. This one is Gomukh. Gomukh means cow's mouth. There is no question of a bull. This is the lucky chariot. Here, Baba is referring to Brahma Baba and Dadi Gulzar. Baba says to you children, Shiv Baba is decorating you. Remember this firmly. There is a lot of benefit in remembering Shiv Baba. Baba is teaching you through this one, Brahma. But you must not remember this one. Only the one Shiv Baba is the Sadguru. You have to surrender yourself to him. This one also surrendered himself to the Supreme Father. The Father says, constantly remember me alone. You children are going to the golden age, the world of flowers. So why should you have attachment to thorns? For 63 births, you have been studying the scriptures of devotion and worshipping. You first worshipped Shiv Baba. This is why you built the temple of Somnath. There were temples in the places of all kings. There were so many diamonds and jewels. It was all later that they were attacked. They took away so much gold from the one temple. You're becoming the masters of such a wealthy world. They were wealthy and the masters of the world, but no one knows how long it has been since their kingdom was established. The Father says it has been 5,000 years. They ruled for 2,500 years, and during the remaining 2,500, all the sects and cults continued to grow. You children should be very happy that the unlimited Father is teaching you. You received a lot of wealth. They have portrayed deities emerging from the ocean with the platefuls of jewels. You are now receiving the platefuls of the jewels of knowledge. The Father is the ocean of knowledge. Some fill their plates very well, whereas everything flows away from the plates of others. Those who study well and teach others will definitely become very wealthy. A kingdom is being established. This is fixed in the drama. Only those who study well receive a scholarship. This is imperishable, godly scholarship, whereas others are perishable. The ladder is very wonderful. It is the story of 84 births. The Father says, make such a large, trance-like picture of the ladder that it can be seen clearly from a distance. The people who see it will be amazed and your name will continue to be glorified. Those who circle around now will come back later. They circle around 2 to 4 times, and then, if it is in their fortune, they stay. There's just the one flame. Where else can they go? You children have to become very sweet. Only when you stay in yoga will you become sweet. Only by having yoga will you be pulled. Until their rust is removed, no one will be pulled. Tell all the souls the secrets of this ladder. Gradually, everyone will come to know, number-wise. This is drama. The history and geography of the whole world continue to repeat. You should remember the one who explained this. They call the Father omnipresent, but it is Maya that is omnipresent out there. Here, you have the Father because he can come here in a second. You should understand that Baba always sits in this one. He is Karan Karavarhar. He does everything and also inspires everything to be done. He gives you children directions, and he also continues to act himself. judge what he can do and what he cannot do while sitting in this body. Baba doesn't eat, he just takes the fragrance. Acha? To the sweetest, beloved, long-lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for Dharna. Become Roop and Basant and keep the apron of your intellect constantly full of the imperishable jewels of knowledge. Let there be no hole in the apron of your intellect. Imbibe the jewels of knowledge and donate them to others. Second, in order to claim a scholarship, study very well. Stay in complete exile. Don't have any type of interest. Become a fragrant flower and make others the same. Blessing. May you have pure and positive thoughts for others and receive everyone's cooperation by being loved by all. Everyone has love in their hearts for the souls who have pure and positive thoughts for others, for it is such love that makes them cooperative. When there is love, people are always ready to surrender their time, wealth and cooperation. So, your having pure and positive thoughts for others will make others loving to you, and love will enable all type of cooperation to be surrendered to you. Therefore, remain constantly filled with pure and positive thoughts for the self and for others, and make everyone loving and cooperative. Slogan: Become best hour at this time, and every soul in your kingdom will remain full for every birth. Om Shanti. Notice, this Avyak month is a special month of blessing for all of us Brahmin children. During this month, we will remain introverted and keep the aim of becoming like Father Brahma and make intense effort. For this, we are writing a special point for making special effort at the end of each day's Murli. Please pay attention to this point, chant it throughout the day and tour around the subtle region. Special efforts to become equal to Father Brahma. According to time, always remember 3 words: introverted, antarmukhi, avyakt and alaukik. Until now, there is some laukikness, worldliness mixed, but when you become complete alaukik and introverted, then you will be seen as an avyakt angel. In order to stay in the spiritual and alaukik stage, become introverted. Om Shanti.